Hello everyone, welcome back to Late Night Football. Welcome back to our match reaction show. And it has finished Everton nil, Chelsea 1. So winning start for Chelsea. And I have to say, of the four matches that I've seen so far in the Premier League, this was easily the worst of them. This is such a dire game, so low on quality. Um, you know, it's there's not a lot of talking points because there's not a lot that happened in this game. But it was two teams that I think Everton tried and tried and tried, just didn't have the quality. They just didn't have that, they didn't have the ability to kind of make something happen out of nothing. They just tried, but they had a lot of graft, but not enough graft. Chelsea, on the other hand, it just looked like they had just lack of creativity, lack of imagination. I think running out of ideas in some ways in the way that they were playing. There was one moment of quality though, and that was the pass from Koulibaly that led to the penalty. And that was a penalty. That was a penalty, I think. And again, Everton will be disappointed because aside from that penalty, I don't think Chelsea created a lot of chances. They didn't really look like, to be honest, neither team looked like they were going to score in this game. To be perfectly honest, I don't think either the team look likely to score. But then that's just a little bit of quality from Koulibaly where he gets a nice little pass in. Doucoure panics and he pulls down. It was Sterling. Was it Sterling? I can't remember who it was, but that's just what I can't even remember who he pulled down. But he pulls down, and after that, it's just a matter of Jorginho stepping up and he converts the penalty. It was a good. It was an accurate penalty. It was a savable penalty, but I think Jorginho's penalties are always savable. They always look savable, but the way that he works is he always tries to wait for the keeper to make a decision, and then he goes the other way. That's Jorginho's trademark. So that's it was a good penalty. It was right in the corner, but I think the work to do to score that penalty was done in making sure that Pickford went the other way. So that was the goal. I think beyond that, I don't think Everton looked like they were going to score. I don't think Chelsea looked like they were going to add to their tally. So 1-0, they both will take time. Ben Godfrey's injury was a sad point. I hope he recovers quickly and recovers fast. And wish him a speedy recovery, of course. But for Everton, I think it just makes the injury crisis even worse because they're missing Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well. They're very light on options. They'll have Gay. They'll have another midfielder coming in as well. So they're going to have players coming in, but they're going to need Onana. Yes, Onana is coming in. But they're going to need a little bit more, I think, up front. I think up front they look so light. No Dominic Calvert, with Anthony Gordon had to play as a striker. Charlison has left as well. So they really, they lack that focal point. On top of that, Gordon did well for what he could. It almost felt like a 5-5-0 at times with Everton because I think Gordon had kind of a free role. He wasn't always staying as a striker. He was sometimes coming wide, he was sometimes playing in midfield. So he had that free role. But what it meant was that they didn't really have a focal point up top. So that was an issue for them. And there was one moment I think where Gray could have slipped in Gordon. I think when they were on the break, Azpilicueta kind of got caught out of position, and then they had that break, and Gray kind of messed it up. But it was good defending as well from Thiago Silva to stop that. But aside from that, I can't really think of too many, and can't think of chances, but can't think of too many promising opportunities. I mean, there was a save from Mendy as well that he pulled off. It was a good save that Everton didn't score. So there was some some half chances, I would say, but no team really looked like they were going to get more goals than the one that they got. So that's that. I think for Chelsea, I mean, it's unremarkable. I think of the 14, of the three teams that are going to fight for those top four spots for third and fourth, but you've got Spurs, Arsenal, and Chelsea. They're going to fight for third and fourth. I thought Chelsea looked the weakest of the three, and there's only one game. Let's be honest, it's only one game. It's they're playing against an opposition that wants to do better than last season. They were playing away from home as well. So keeping all that, so it's only one game. As I said, they look they look the least equipped of the three to get that spot. But there's still a lot of time. I thought Cucurella coming on made a difference. I thought Pulisic coming on made a difference. So maybe that is where they need to look at. They probably need more than midfield. They really do need more than midfield. I don't think Jorginho, he scored the goal, but didn't really look like he was going to create much. Kante is a lot of graft, doesn't always have that graft. I think Everton dominated that midfield. I think Everton had the better of that midfield. And yeah, they're four across the midfield, so they are always going to look, like they could control that midfield over Chelsea. But still, you wouldn't want it to be the extent that it did. So that's something. Maybe they need a little bit of a different combination. Maybe they need to try a different formation. Maybe they need a 3-5-2 instead of a 3-4-3. I think maybe a 3-5-2 might be better. I don't know what the answer is, but it just looked like they lacked imagination in this game. That was the point. But every time they had the ball and they carried it, I think that was something that worked. So something for Chelsea to think about, something for Tuchel to think about. But the important thing is that they got the 3 points in a game like this. They still managed to get 3 points, and that's important because you always want to start off with the win. You always want to start your season with the win. I think for Chelsea to do that, I think at least that will give them a little bit of belief, a little bit of confidence that they can take the next game when they go back home. So that would be something that Tuchel will be happy with. But I'm sure he'll be thinking about all the other things that didn't go so well and trying to figure that out. So Silva was probably the best of the three defenders. But Koulibaly, I think, was probably was dynamic. He was good. I think in some of the defensive work, I thought Silva was the best of the three. But I think Koulibaly had an impressive debut. And he looked really good. And he, like I said, he's probably one of my player to watch for this season. So I'm excited to see what he can do and what he brings to this team. I think he's got a lot of ability, he's got a lot of talent, and he can show it now on this big stage. So he made a good start. So it almost you could say he's got an assist to a penalty assist. If you like giving to that stat. So it was good from that point of view. For Everton, I mean, there's a lot of people who have them as relegation candidates this season. I don't think they did anything today to dispel that. To be honest, I mean, they tried, but it looks like they're a little bit short in quality. I mean, they're still expecting a couple of players to come in. You've got Gay, you've got Onana, they're trying for a couple more as well. So once they get those players, that will be when we try to see where they are. But on initial thoughts, I don't think they're going to. I don't think they've done enough to convince anyone that they're not going to be in a relegation battle this season. I think that's where it is, and I think they'll definitely be thinking that we could have got a point here. And instead of with 0, I think they would be thinking we should have got a point here, because if they hadn't considered that penalty, I think they would have come away with a point. So they'll be disappointed with that for sure. But again, it's not, it's 37 games to go. It's a long way to go. There's no predictions right now, but yeah, let's see what happens. Anyway, smash a like for Jorginho, smash a like for Koulibaly. If you enjoyed their performances, there's not a lot to talk about in this game, to be honest. But let me know in the comments, what did you think of the game? You know, what did you notice? Was there something that you were concerned about? Something that you're happy with? Let me know. Always happy to hear your opinions and thoughts, of course. Do remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, check out all of our previous match reaction shows. We've done 3 today. Plus, Kanaya did a preview, of course, for the Liverpool game. So do check those out as well. You know, and let me know what you think. Yeah, I think we'll be back tomorrow. We've got more games coming up tomorrow, so we'll be back with more stuff. We'll see if something breaks. We'll, of course, come back online later tonight if some breaking news happens, some transfer deal or something goes through. We'll talk about it. But otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. So take care. Have a good day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.